Liquid. It's Nip Liquid. Everyone's been calling this the milk matchup. Let's see what's going to happen here. Hugo, we got a CT side start for Nip. Team Liquid. That means they're on the T side.
Yep. If it's not one, then it's the other. Otherwise, it's the spectator. And we got Jakey at the helm as well, observing as we get into this one. Nip favored, but you never know what you're going to get with a team hot off the press, back from the player break. And looking to ruffle some feathers. Liquid moving through apartments. They've got some banana control as well. Nip just assured in their setup, 3 on B. Hamper's still getting that mid info. Here they come. Flash play above the pit into the A site. Red's going to get Molly. That will push him out into the open. Flash did nothing. Naf bullets will be a lot better. Hampus hides out at the back of A, but surely they're expecting more resistance.
Oh yeah, Hampus, they coming for him, and they hunt him down. Grim gonna find that kill, solidifying the plant for Team Liquid. Nip, do they even want to give this 3-on-5 a go? They're gonna float around for a moment. And I mean, because it's a pistol round, you always want to give it a look in, but now you really can't. Elige tapping another head off has sealed the deal on this pistol round for Team Liquid. Linus and Plopsky, they're out of there. And so that's the Team Liquid boys finding a pistol round.
Nothing like a flawless pistol. Full health players, get out of there. Save your Kevlar, get those cheap helmet upgrades. We like that money saved for Liquid. If you really want to start talking finances in round 2, we will. Every little helps, Harry. It all adds up. And so Liquid lock in the first against Nip. And I'm assured this is going to be a banging matchup. Got a classic map pool as well. Infinitive start. All right. Let's see if Liquid can get away with murder here. We've got a force buy up, though, for Nip. They don't want to go down without a fight. Heavy on B, even more so than the pistol. 4 players here. Reed is everything on the CT side of this map. The gambles, the reads, whichever they are, they really decide the outcome of the rounds. Smoke down on long, but it is a B player. No.
Yeah, Hampus is actually also about to confirm this even further, and now they hear the footsteps coming in towards this B site. Grim, good for the first, lots of damage. Will they be ready for device? The turn from Elige, a little 180, puts a bit of English on, a bit of a spin there. And so now for Plopsky and Hampus, it might be a saving game again. They are sidelined by Plopsky, but he's low on health and won't be able to retrieve that AK. Fallen. Come on, come on. Yeah. Oh, he does get it, he does get it. Fallen used to be so good at scavenger hunts, you just know it.
Finding Easter eggs in the darndest of places, Harry. 2-0 for Liquid, and they deal with the four-stack B play forced by this turn for Elige. Oh, almost ran out of mouse pad there, but he got it down in time. The quick lift. You love it. Zeus out for Plopsky as well. Otherwise, it's a pretty bare-bones eco round for Nip. Ouch. Playing the Zeus in CT, that's a position for it, right? Usually the half wall can get a lot done, but maybe going through a smoke with that. It's really the highlight of the round, Harry.
Yeah, he's on the boost.
Flying Zeus?
That might actually be the play that he has in mind. With no smokes down and like a contact play, it is.
Yeah! No, fired too soon, fired far too soon. I respect the attempt. Flying Zeusman. Imagine though. That gun is fickle at best, right? Even when you feel like you're dead on. Sometimes it just doesn't give you the goods. And this round, got nothing good about it. Liquid are running over Nip. 4 alive at the end of things, no problem. Here comes the buy. Here's where the matchup gets interesting yet again.
Yeah, Device going to be bringing that AWP out right away. head-to-head of Fallen and Device is cool.
Close, man.
It's close.
It's like a snail trail there in slow-mo.
Snail trail?
Yeah, you see that? And I mean, an actual snail
Like an
trail.
actual
Not what your brain goes to, you absolute animal.
Well, I would call it more like a...
Slime time.
Yeah, like a slime line, you know?
Well, you know what I mean. Even if it took us a while to get there. Here's the AWP on Device. Not going to be met with any from Liquid, not yet at least. It's T-side after all. They flash him off, he goes back on. 4 on A. Nip have attempted a lot of gambles already, and we're early in the game. Will this one pay off?
All right, well, Device now knows that the top of middle is clear. Means he doesn't have to keep freaking out on this angle. Don't know how that was just a tag to Elige. Elige knows he's a lucky boy to still be alive after that one. The next contact is made by Rez over here at Arch. He's opened up the round for NIP. Team Liquid still grouping for what feels like the apps hit, timed with this play from the guys in middle. And so all this smoke goes out now with the goal of cutting down these sight lines. They deal with the pit player, but Rez still waiting in that smoke. And back of the site is Device. The USP claims a life. And that's the bomb as well.
No
Device
way.
making it happen with the sidearm, with the AWP. He gets it all. Device with 3. Brings that AWP out. And immediately makes his presence felt in the server. That's a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
Oh, this matchup is going to be a spicy one indeed, Hugo.
Mate, the USP kill on the site player, that's just rancid. And then, you know, the pillar peek, he stalls it out a few seconds. Elige just holding him down. If Device peeks left, he's dead. And so perfect peek from him onto Elige and Grave, and then even closes. What more could you want from the Danish AWP? Easy does it. On the border, Nip. And Liquid back to their rifles. Device got the AWP B now, liking to keep Liquid guessing in this CT side. I said that sometimes all the Inferno comes down to. Liquid trying to keep up some control, take that flash to top B. Still got to worry about sandbags. You want an anti-flash player as well, ready to trade. If Nip get aggressive, they certainly seem close to do so, but they're not committing, just waiting for Device's contact. The contact that may never come as Liquid line up a util. Rez is going to hear that go down. He knows they could be right round the corner now, and they are.
Yeah, Plopsky now starting to lean away from B, but because they don't want to make noise on the rotate, he's sneaking the entire way. This is only going to give more time to Team Liquid to get in. They've got to be quick to capitalize, and Hamper's still trapped down here in the pit, is trying to hold on. Now, he's traded after 1 by Fallen, but still, this is left a 3-on-2 open for NIP. Elige down here in the pit and Fallen tucked into the site. It's a nice crossfire to have. Fallen can make this first contact at long with Elige swinging a little later. And with a resmoke down on Moto, that's only going to give you more room. Oh, it's removed though as quick as it appears. Elige in the graveyard, good for the first. Device is now scoped in on the angle. And there's Elige with all 3! And he makes that clutch happen. Ooh, that spray transfer, man, that's something else. Device was not ready for that.
Yeah.
And so that's 4 on the board for Team Liquid right there on the back of Mr. NA.
Oh, that's so beautiful as well. And that 1v2 Device fires a shot through the smoke, and Elige uses that. You see his peak just seems out of nowhere, but he's aware. In that 1 second timing he's got, Device can't refire. He can't trade frag. So Elige goes hunting for liners and then even transfers Device on the jump. That is disgusting stuff. That is what we like to see from Elige. Mr. Consistent, bringing it right to the front door of Nip. Fallen, he's got an AWP as well. Picked up, yoinked. So let's see what he's going to do with it. Because Device, not quite as well endowed now. Down to a Deagle instead. 3 M4s, Liquid set up for a B play. This is a smoke, not a flash, ready for Device to retake the top of B. There it goes over. It's actually just a re-smoke. Very safe position to throw it from. Also means he can lob it and rotate quick if he needs. Still plenty of utility here for NiP. They're doing a good job of holding on into the late round. Minute on the clock. Liquid try and show some face on A, but they will be doubling back to the original plan, the B bomb site that still has 3 CTs in it. Rez is kept on the angle, but only for a moment. NiP already know what's going on.
Yeah, Liquid walking into this stack. Ooh, all the more credit to them if they manage to get in, but there's just so many crosshairs, so many players firing back. Fallen, he knows about this Deagle device. He taps the bomb, the beta peek, and oh yeah, it's the wrong number. Here he is, back in again. Elige is going to be the man to get it this time. Hampus, 1v2, brilliant stuff from Fallen and Elige. To turn this one back on its head, Hampus with the swing is ready to complicate matters. Just Fallen left to get past anything else in his big bag of tricks. Yes. There it is, all 3 to close. It's back-to-back hat tricks to find Liquid another round.
Yeah, clutch killers of Elige and Fallen finding success here for Liquid. We love what we're getting out of them. Oh my god, it feels great to see Liquid looking good up against Tier 1 EUCS. What a flavor. Fallen with a double fake. Great stuff. With a missed smoke, they go right through, and yeah, close round, but it's not going to cut it. That looked perfect for NiP. That was a 2-on-4 coming right down the barrel for Liquid. Now 5-1 up, breaking the money again, putting them back on pistols. Fallen once more. He's not going to get it though. Molly down a car, lets Grim get into position with the MAC-10, and Elige trying to fight against 3. There's the first.
You can't not love the game we're getting out of Elige, right? I always get a little bit worried. He's not immune to slow starters, this guy, but...
Save by the bell.
Fallen comes in. Fallen's coming through, and Naf is out in the top mid. NiP are left retaking a site that Liquid haven't even taken yet. This is very odd, right? Liquid looked like they were originally going to hit B at the end of all of this with the bomb down bottom banana. Nah, now they get the info. There's one there. That'll do on the old info wars.
Yeah, these frogs, there's something about them right now. There's something in the water, something in Liquid, and right now I'm loving what we're getting out of it. 4v1 as they delay the rotate. Grim dying there, if anything, just ensures the round for Liquid, that nothing can get out of control. Made Linus doubt his rotation, and now he's just trapped out in library, hoping they feed him. Naf coming his way. But there's a long player to trade if Naf does die. Hell, who peaks first? Maybe it's Elige. Range, nice try. Linus got the dig, and Naf got the shot. 6-1, and Liquid in full control of this game right now.
This is such a good look for Team Liquid. This is such a good look right now, 6-1 up. I am always hesitant to get too hyped. I've seen a lot of Team Liquid play, and if you're a Team Liquid fan, you know what I'm talking about, right? You're always nervous to go, wow, the boys are looking good.
Yeah, I mean, we even saw it the other day, like we were joking about it, obviously, it's just a joke, but we saw FaZe with Twists in, 12-3 up, kind of bottle it, didn't they? Got 2-0'd. So it can happen, and it does happen, and it is always in the back of your mind. But as far as debuts go, as far as opening maps, opening halves, it doesn't get much better than this. It may have won 1 round, but Liquid have instantly clapped down ever since. Device has an AWP back. First time he had it, 3 kills. So I've got faith. Fallen's rifling looking pretty sharp in the last few months, seeing him back on this team, but no sleeper with the AWP either. We've seen that already. A very daring head-to-head, beautiful moves as well. The jump up from Hampus.
Look at this assault of utility now. They don't check for the guy up on balcony. Device being chased down. Elige is going to trade that out. It's always risky chasing Device into a corner like that, right? You've seen moments where Device is getting pinned down, but Elige makes it look so easy. It's not, believe me. Not that I would know. It just looks that way. Here we go. It's a save out of NIP. They're left with no options. Another decisive round for Team Liquid.
I love that play as well. Just, you know, it's such a pace change. Liquid have been taking mid and defaulting and throwing that long smoke almost every round. Never been doing anything with it. This time, that first play, I think it was Stewie, right? Looking at the ground, jumping, flying around the corner. Yeah, he's not looking at Hampus. He's trying to dodge the flash, gone over Apps into the pit for Liquid. So he does that. And Stewie knows making that play, he's probably just going to die. And it wasn't even Hampus to kill him. Device picked him off with the orb. But he's setting his team up to just, you know, storm the A site with such a ferocious pace. Nip never knew what hit them until it was too little too late. Look at this. Yeah, Device stole his first kill, but all the trades come in perfect. And Elige, he just has a mad round again, just runs him down, jumps up apartments. He's 12-3 right now. There's no stopping Elige.
No, and that's a great thing. Like, you can just tell with how they're playing, they are brimming with confidence, right? Stewie didn't even have a gun out, bro. He's, you know that clip of S-Tag when he was on Astralis, like B-hopping down nuke ramp, and then they're trading around him? That's literally what Stewie's doing there. He's like, look, I'll go get the info. I believe in you, boys.
Maybe you
now
need a gun out.
Need a banana. Grim will trade one of these kills out. Now, they don't know this yet, but there wasn't like a complete investment in this round. You would love to get some of these guns away. Device can move in and retrieve one, but right now it's a bit of a stalemate. 4-on-4, a big trade for little Grimathy.
Oh, Popsky just doesn't care. He wants to push back in off the back of the Molotov with Device's flash. It goes over the top. Fallen's already conceded, and Grim the same, holding from logs. Popsky won't double down. He'll call it at that. And maybe you would want to see a reinforcement of B as well, right? Like Device dropping his smoke and, of A rather. Device dropping his smoke and rotating, or vice versa. They just cleared out Banana. They don't seem convinced. Elite just walked the smoke. He made a step. Rez heard that for sure, for certain, and stays on the angle. He's about to go B, and he's certainly glad he did it. One kill. Fallen can't find a trade. Oh dear, Elite just found the entry. A is open for business.
And he's still hungry for more. Elige, leave him alone. He's pushing everything right now, right? Was so prepared to go looking for the arch guy, go hunt down that kill, because he knows that in doing so, the round is won. And he's got full faith in his own ability right now. You know, the safer play would have just been to skirt your way into the bomb site, get the bomb down, risk playing out the 3-on-3, but not for Elige. He's like, no, the round can end if I double up here. Yeah, and so he does it.
That's what Inferno can be, right? Like, kills coming through quickly, multi-kills quickly, win you rounds if they're in the same place, because there's just no way back in. That, you know, that rotate on long can't stall and go, okay, I'm holding library, guys, I'm waiting for you. You know, come rotate, retake together, 3-on-3, winnable. No, it's over. Oh, we're too out of position. We've lost the A site. By the time we get there, Liquid will be in crossfires with the bomb for them. And so they are saving their stuff. 8-1. 8-1, Harry. Is that how you thought this game would start?
No, but I'm so happy this is how it started. This is brilliant. And NA's needed a win in the Pro League. I can tell you that much, right?
Safe
like, it's been pretty grisly for the rest of them.
BNB 0-5, EG
0-5.
It's not been pretty, has it?
And so, you know, Team Liquid are looking to show they're still NA's team. They're still NA's hope.
And we can't even like look to a team like Cole and be like, oh yeah, they've got an NA player in. Nope. We have one in FaZe at least, but even they couldn't make it out of the group. Sad to see, right? FaZe looked really solid. We had quite the turnaround in Group C, right? Mousesport's going down 0-2, ending 3-2, coming through in second. So, you know, there's always time for things to change. Even if you have a bad couple of days, bad couple of openers, you can recover well. Max 7 on res, Deegs out, and Rifles saved. They're going to need to do the heavy lifting in this one. Double nade to boiler, double app setup will meet you right there. Device traded by Hampus as Naf takes him down, and the gun's scavenged out of position. Very risky play for Hampus, getting everything he can into safekeeping with Rez covering. He
actually juggled them away from Rez.
Hey, where's the weapons? Oh, cheers.
But
at this point, Liquid are going B.
Yeah, I mean, it's really all they're left with. You know that there was at least a heavy presence over in the apartments. You don't want to run into the AKs you've just gifted over, so they're going to try and hit the B site. We'll call it a mixed bag of results. Grim will get one.
One way to do it.
Fallen holding Banana for now, but this is going to give more time for NIP to rotate in. He's not to know that Banana was empty. Planting now is Fallen. But you know the crowd now are proud now, and Fallen with the swing tries to make it happen. Doesn't find anything right away. Team Liquid still not cognizant that all three players are coming through CT. Grim burns alive, and so Fallen has got to do it. He gets the first, but Linus is there with the trade.
Yeah, it may look like he's very wide on the angle, Fallen there, but he has to be, right? I think at a certain point you ascertain that Banana's clear, but you don't know about Ruins. You don't know if that third player is sneaking in through CT or he's coming in on the coffin side. If Fallen plays wider, he's opening himself up to way more angles. He had to play tucked by Blue. One kill will do, but not enough. This lineup almost made the round happen, right? Grim forced out by Molly, doubles up. It's a round, but instead Rez just jumps around the corner, sacrifices himself as Stewie did earlier, and Linus to trade to win that out. A must-win round for Nip to stop this game getting completely out of control. Hampus thrown into ult mid with a flashbang over the top, double flash make that, and Grim gets tagged. But everyone lives. Grim was actually in Banana by the utility of even less damage done to a Liege. But a nice try anyway. The run boost for the Apps peak. One way to beat the timing. Nip have got ideas, they're just not all materializing.
Once again, it's another good read from NIP as well, right? A lot of the times they have had the players in the right spots here, right? They've got a triple stacked B bomb site. And in times gone by, that hasn't necessarily been enough to put a stop to these B plays. This round, it needs to be. You need to set that precedent. And with Device here on the AWP, he's looking for his own happy moment now. There's one on the cross. Device blinded off the angle. They're running in, and Elige, that is a beautiful opener. Stewie has to drop his own smoke and CT and now move back in. They've got to play a trap the dark, and there's Grim providing yet more entries. Team Liquid once more walk into the most stacked bomb site, and they don't even lose a player in the process.
I don't know if they saw Plopsky, but they didn't Molotov him and he drops his smoke. I wonder, if he doesn't drop his smoke there, do they even know he's back at dark? They'd seen two players on B. They knew about the CT man, so in Device. So, you know, there would have been a world, potentially, unless they spotted Plopsky. I don't know how they would have. That he could go unaccounted for and he could catch a multi-kill. Instead he drops a smoke and two Liquid players spray through it, catching him moving. So yeah, unless I missed a detail, that's a bit of a shame for Plopsky. He could have been the you know, the surprise factor on B. Instead, whew, Elige's entries, my goodness, they're making me feel some kind of way.
Dude, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful. This is what peak physical performance looks like, okay? It looks like a Liege.
Can we get a camera shot of that guy actually at some point?
Yeah, like permanently in the top left.
Yeah, like
the
a webcam.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good.
Far more important information, but yeah, oh my goodness, just mowing down. See, yeah, they seem pretty aware about Dark. Maybe they knew about it. Maybe my point isn't valid, but it never seemed like he'd peaked. Liquid are peaking right now. 9-2.
Just seems like nothing can go wrong for them. You know, this little duo of Hampus and Device, they've had some nice moments over here on A. And so as Team Liquid start to test the waters of the apartments, you know, will they be ready for Device's AWP? Naf, not really in a spot where if he swings that, he can get traded. So he would have to be pretty keen on the old entry. Oh, he does have a Liege here, though. And we know how this guy has been keen with the entries. Lucky enough for these apartments, guys, that AWP is no longer set up on the balcony. Device has dropped off to short instead and left the Absol to Hampus.
All smoke on B as well. Wonder what that will change. Try and get inside of it, moving both players back to quad. Often with this smoke, you'll see players try and get into CT and wrap the Ruins, try and get weird on the B play. Liquid want nothing to do with it. They're hitting A. No smokes down apart from long side, which has been consistently every round. The device is about to find out exactly what's going down.
Last time he tagged the player here. This time it's the killing blow for Device.
Oh dear, smoked his teammate's molly.
Not the end of the world though, right? Still not sure about going through it if you're Liquid. You've only got this A long play and Fallen. While he has tapped out the first, there's still even more in the sight, in the pit. Elige needed a 180 at epic proportions there. It can't come through.
That entire round is Rez, right? Like, I know players multi-kill the bomb site, but Rez gets the first kill full white on long. That was a perfect flash. Elige baited the shot. It took Fallen to trade it. And, you know, sometimes in those executes, that 4 on 3, you know, it all comes down to the first kill. Being able to snowball off the back of it. Instead, this comes in full blind. I guess he saw it before it popped. And then even though Fallen trades, he dies to the pit. Device gets one on the site. Hampus doubles up. But if that first kill comes in for Liquid and then this short play hits, that's how it gets out of control.
No, 100%. And, you know, at that point in time, everyone's so focused on Rez. Like, they weren't ready for that Hampus Device crossfire between pit and site, which is so strong when in the right hands. And, I mean, you're going to struggle to find more correct hands than guys like Device there.
Yeah, finger on the pulse. And heart's got to be beating fast. If you're NIP, you're trying to get yourself back into the CT side, but you're still fighting for scraps.
On top of that, I think it's good for Device that he finds the opener there, right? You know, if you remember last time he was floating around in mid, he just tagged Elige, and then they go on to have, you know, a round that kind of starts to fall apart. Well, there, he deals the killing blow. It's an early 5-on-4, which only magnifies the impact that Rez was able to have in removing the long prong of that take.
Oh. Device's long prong finds nothing, though, down Banana, sitting in a Molotov instead.
They call him Mr. Long Prong. Look at him with that orb.
Oh, they're ready for it.
Oh my god, dude, Fallen in their brains.
Yeah, I mean, not the first time Hampus has played here, but oh my god, oh, he saw spam, he saw a tag. Fallen knows now for sure, for certain, that he takes the kill. Hampus never knew the orb was just round the corner.
Pretty ballsy for Hampus to just stay up there, but I guess that's like the mind game you're playing,
that
right?
Orb peak.
They go, you're not gonna think I've stayed around up here.
Still a triple B. I like the Nipper insured here. Liquid think they're selling a fake, but Nipper been running this a lot with Linus just watching spawn. Device is going to hit that contact, but he's blind, and the entry comes in. Grim trades and Fallen follows up. You may have everyone ready to push through the smokes, all grouped up in B, and it's no challenge for Liquid.
Bro, these B entries have been so clean. Every B take feels like that's how it's gone. Like, they all push in into a stack. The stack gets one kill, and then it's like traded, dead. Oh, there we go, sorted. We're in, boys. We're done. Round over.
Oh, it has been that way for certain. Naf even lurking as soon as Rez turns around. Whew. NA, tears of joy.
This should be a moment of rejoice right now. Everyone should be feeling good.
Yeah, because as we all know, at 10-3, the game's already over. There's nothing that can go wrong. There's no way that this could come back to bite you. It's as good as finished. Turn off your stream. Or maybe hang around and see if Liquid make you worry. But really, like, all that joke aside, this is really good form for Liquid. I'm not expecting them to bottle this. You never are, obviously, but I'm really not more than ever. Let's see, though.
Really not more than ever.
Yes, the triple negatives like to come out when things get wild.
Oh, there's the opener for Plopsky.
Yeah. Finally fighting for top B. That's a change.
Oh, that's a little peek from behind the Molotov time with the flash. They realize just a second too late. While this is happening, Naf has pried open the A-bomb site. Now, Linus could make a round-winning play. He's out along. They don't know about him. Oh, but Elige has got their back. He saves them. That could have been the lineup. Stewie was running back turn, knife out, how he spent most of the T side so far. And now just Plopsky, 1v4. They are hunting for him at B. In the actual A site, it's a 1v2. Not that Plopsky is to know that, and without a kit, a 10-second stick would be optimistic. So, just trying to hold on to the AWP. If Team Liquid let you
Mate, how did Elige get that kill? How? Like you said, like that should have been double up, bomb dropped, round up in the air, Popsky activated. But no, Elige just dinked, bops him, mate. Oh my goodness. Unsinkable. 11-3. And you can't do anything but laugh. Unless you're a NiP fan. In which case you've got to be feeling pretty sad right about now. This is not how you expected this team to come into today, but I can't say it's anything but great play out of Liquid. It's not like NiP are making massive mistakes. Their reads are good. Like you said, Liquid are walking into a lot of stacks and still winning rounds. We're seeing different setups. Devices, very mobile. None of this matters.
No, man, this is great. You know, like, Inferno hasn't really been like a centerpiece of the NiP map pool, but it's still impressive that this is looking so good for Liquid. Like, if there was any team I had faith in that could show up and look underwhelming, it is these guys. Like, especially when there's so many hopes and dreams of NA, you know, riding on the back of them. But no, dude, this is a very, very nice debut. This round, 4-on-4, thanks to Device with that AWP. I think Dust is going to be a real good litmus test for where this Liquid squad is at. Naf continuing his reign of terror in the A bomb site, doubling down. Oh, look at this. Linus flashed in. Grim was playing anti-flash, and the fact that Linus gets one.
I don't know how.
I don't even know where. Oh, it was on Fallen.
Yeah, Fallen fell off the wall. He must have hit him.
Fell
yeah, I thought he fell.
He
must have hit him as the head disappeared behind the wall. That's what I was wondering. Device taking matters into his own hands. He's dropped the bomb in mid, turning around, knows about Nav, and catches him mid-air. That's one way to send off the half. But is it a
taste of victory?
Yeah, those are the hardest rounds to find, though, Harry. Right on the precipice of success, and this is Liquid's map pick as well. So let's see if NiP came in hot today or expecting a bit of Inferno. Liquid certainly were, and the T side was well drilled. How's NiP gonna fare? Fast up middle. Forget Util, it's armor Glocks, baby. And no one's here. Oh, NiP, they made the perfect read. Does not get better than this.
It's a bit weird though, right? Like,
do they hear it from B?
I thought they would have, but oh, NiP is sneaking. NiP is sneaking. Now, Naf is suspicious. Smart guy like Naf, you gonna try pull the wool over his eyes? Nah, dog, not today.
Oh,
Stewie 2K dinked on the first peak, out for revenge, but he can't find it. Linus has obliterated them, and this is one hell of a pistol out of NIP, trying to get us believing. Linus and Device looking to end it all. Just Elige, the infallible, the man who won't go down at the end, is finally brought to his knees.
Yeah, it goes down right at the end. And mate, Linus, those are Glocks, right? Glocks v USPs all the way down Banana. He just 2 bullets Liquid out of that round. Stewie waits behind the wood on 10 health. I was getting worried. He called for Fallen to peek with him, and both of them just get bopped. Even though Naf got that info, I just don't think Liquid were ready for that. Naf was cycling nades. He was figuring out, like, do I want to smoke CT? Do I want to drop it? New box, rather? Where do I want to play? It seemed like Liquid were not ready for that play. I can't blame them. It was the perfect outread from NiP. And now the game's on. Now the comeback begins. You can't rely on Elige to entry anymore. He's going to try on the CT side with a scout. Flick. Oh, double peek instead. No chance. Not now. And so this is where NiP could really start to sweat.
Yeah, they've pulled Elige round with the scout. He's playing it a bit like an AWP, right? And he's being very, very mobile, but I don't think NiP are going to be as scared of it as they are in AWP. They've lent strong into this B bomb site, and for Team Liquid, that might prove to be a bit unfortunate as NiP now work their way into top middle, showing that early B presence. Fallen here, his taps have been good. Right? Oh, see, great.
Timings,
nailed it.
No better. Switches to a nade right as they push, and in the smoke, Grim is gone. Linus sees right through those. And that's the round.
Still, they're right. If NiP ever were going to recover, they've taken the first few steps to get there, finding the pistol, nailing the conversion. Now just these 3 saved weapons to beat in the next. Also, ESL Premier, you can see there, that's the path to the Pro League. That's been going on the sidelines.
Yeah.
To keep up with all that good
Yeah, it's how Entropic got here, right? They were the ones, you know, we saw in the previous game who managed to 2-0 Furia. They came in through Season 36 of Prep by winning it. So that's how they're here in the Pro League. You want to do it yourself? Go play the ECA leagues. Go work your way up. Maybe you'll meet Harry in Open if you're lucky.
Yeah, maybe if I get demoted.
Nice try.
From, you know, the Pro League itself.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're here, so...
I am the sixth man of...
Extra Salt.
Extra Salt, yes.
Yeah.
And famously...
I've heard that.
They're not here, but that's fine. Here we go, though. Right? Just these saved... Well, just this saved scout. Not exactly imagining that much is going to happen in this round, but I'd love to be proven wrong. With the scout removed, that's the one interesting part now brushed aside. NIP, a 7th round is inevitable.
Well, there is a stack, but yeah, I don't think NIP are going to run the bomb in and throw this one away. Talking of throwing, Naf has a flash to lob into this site. And try and set Liquid up. He's still scared of CT, burned by the pistol perhaps. Here comes the flash, and they all fight at the same time. It's a good flash, but the shots won't connect, and there's aim punch as well to be expected. Bit of a team think. Hampus wants them all for himself. Naf in the spawn, took one with him. You'd like to think no more, but there are low players.
Yeah, a lot of them are low, with the exception of Hampus.
Man like Hampus, no problem. Sees the USP, sees the silencer poking behind the coffins. Spams him out. 7-11, and well, this is where things get interesting for Liquid yet again. Their first buy.
Yeah, I don't think, I was looking to see if Fallen had an okay spawn. It's all right, but it's pretty risky to take a B peak with this one. Like, look, they're already there so far ahead of time, and so Fallen isn't really able to go for anything too crazy out of the gate with that AWP. They've now working some of this apartment's control. Flash getting lined up by Naf. Actually, the molly going over first, and he won't hang around. Instead, Fallen taking a peek. Now sees Banana is clear. This is a lot of info for Team Liquid. Wouldn't surprise me if we see Naf maybe lean away from the B site now, and that's exactly what he's doing. Looking to reinforce this A bomb site. Fallen has gotten them this information, and Liquid are looking to do good on the rest of the round. Elige doubling down on the short side. And Linus is unable to trade it. The A play has grinded to an awkward halt for NIP.
I love this bait and switch as well. Grim's playing pit. Elige is just hiding, hoping they discount him after killing Grim. And they know about the possibility of this long lurk. Hampus waits the Moto smoke, but at Archway, Naf was smoked off, so he called it. He said this could be happening, and Liquid are not discounting the possibility. Grim, with the spot, sees that play along, and they start to move up on short and apps. We need Linus to activate above as well. There's the long play getting a kill at least, and Device is trying to cut down Library as well. They still haven't cleared the pick. Grim drawing them in. Where's Elige? They wonder, where is Elige? He's behind you. Bomb dropped. It's all on Linus. Elige is not giving it up. And 20 seconds left. Naf moves in for the kill. 12 rounds out of Liquid. You couldn't see a better way to contain that long take and that split into A. Liquid are aware of it every step.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, and you know, so much of it. I mean, Elige doing this, like there's only so many times you're gonna go.
Device never got a double here.
Yeah, this was lovely out of Elige. On top of that, though, and I think you do have to give credit here to the double B holder Naf and Fallen once again earlier on in that round, deep clearing out Banana. So far ahead of time, they're able to make that cool across, guys. It's looking like a. And even that, you know, gives those players on a better poise, a better understanding of the fights they're about to take, the fights that are about to come to them. Now in with a triple B lean, and the timing couldn't be sweeter. Fallen, they are trying to get cheeky with it, but is he going to be one step ahead? Device on the receiving end of that AWP. Fallen out like a light. He's trying to elude capture from these AKs, but he keeps throwing himself back in. Everyone's just playing with a lot of confidence right now on Liquid, it feels like. One is never enough.
Can't blame them. Especially not with some of the things they got away with on that first half. Still going to commit it to B. Fallen's got a reflash. It's going to maybe make you fire off shots, but they managed to dodge it while lining up utility. Here's the exec. How will Liquid fare on the hold?
Fallen doesn't need help yet, but he will do. Naf raining out with a kill. Smoke now drops, gives Fallen a little more room to play with. But Linus is running up on him, and Naf live, but they don't check for Naf. How's he allowed to get away with a double? They knew about him. He'd been in the kill feed. That's a little bit awkward, and it's given this advantage over to Liquid, who were poised to play retake. With how confident they're looking, wouldn't surprise me if they just, Grim flashes through the smoke and they try to face this one together. There's the smoke for Banana. Now they spot Rez at Pillar. It's Hampus in the pool that they don't know about yet. Here they come. Elige with the opener. Rez is blind, but still taking names, and Grim needs to be quick here. Time is not his friend, and neither is Rez. He nails them with the AWP. That is a huge clutch for this guy to pull off, and it's kept Nip competitive. Now on to 8. The gap between these teams is shrinking, Hugo. And I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, that's a 2-on-4 out of Nip as well. I don't know how they pull that through. Rez with some bangers, not even just a close of the blind shot too. It almost looked like they were about to line up, and the hype's there for Nip. They're starting to believe. They're starting to taste victory as well. And it's all coming through for NIP. Yeah, I mean, after, I was expecting nerves or something of the sort. Like, Linus kills the AWP and he just never checks for Nav. That comes out of nowhere. Definitely a scary moment, but one that's quickly solved. And Nip just go right back to this B control. It's not a commit, but if they get the pick, they'll go. Excellent grenade from Naf. Does a lot of damage to 3 players. Other 2 players in Nip still defaulting, holding first and second mid. Right now it's just Deagles and the likes for Liquid. They're not really invested heavy into this round. They're just hoping for any kills, and well, if one more comes through on B, that's as good as a done round for Nip. Even with Fallen here with the smoke, they are not going to respect it. They don't need to. Well, they choose to.
Yeah, I was going to say, they might, right? They've got a bit of a gap here. Now they know about a second guy rotating over. They also hear it's the Eagles. You don't know the extent to which there's, bodies in this B site. Holding the gap. Naf will deal with one. It's all getting a little bit awkward. Fallen's taking pot shots, trying to do more damage. And finally, Plopsky decides, I've had enough. These are just pistols. Let's stop giving them so much room. Yeah. He runs them down, and he opens up this B-bomb site. Nip moving on to 9, and there's not really much that Elige and Grim can do about it. Little bit awkward there, right?
Yeah,
like with the smoke going in. I can kind of understand.
I really thought they were just going to
go I thought they would, but, to them, they don't really, like I say, they don't know the numbers in the site. There could be players up on the boost on either side of that smoke. Plus, it's a bit of a weird smoke that comes in. I think that was more just a...
Very shallow.
Yeah, that was more just like a matter of the circumstances for Fallen, right? He's scrambling a rotate, and so he's just throwing whatever that serves a purpose. But Nip don't know that.
It gets a bit weird as well, because Device drops his AWP and goes to grab the gun, and in doing so, he's stuck with a pistol while he's getting faced. Oh, nice exits. And a couple of kills on the way out does damage to the Nip economy. That damage will only matter, though, if Liquid run away with rounds and start breaking this, fairly low money. So Liquid needs to get back on the board. Already, this 11-4 has been forgotten. And Nip is showing us that we need a bit more respect here in the server.
Yeah, I do remember there was this guy, Zonic, I think his name was. He did have this law, right?
All right.
He said 11-4, you always lose those.
I think that was it. You always lose those.
Fallen.
Was he talking to Liquid?
No, he was speaking... Ooh, lovely! Fallen beats Device. I was going to say, that's the guy he was talking to right there on the receiving end of Fallen's AWP.
Yeah.
And so finally, Liquid have been rewarded with this 5-on-4.
Yeah, back to A for Nip. They've not really had too much of an interest in this bomb site. Fallen's here off that swap And he's ready. Device is 2. Fallen hits a tag. As Hampus rather. Device obviously gone. Hampus takes that AWP and now he needs it. 20 health. Tagged up by Fallen. It's going to be the AXF. And I think Team Liquid know what Fallen replenishes right through, and Fallen knows about it, even prepared. Got to worry about getting backstabbed now. But Plopsky watching dead angles as Grim smokes. Molly denied by Grim, and now Elege in the back of the bomb site, falling like flies. 10 health. Oh. And Elege with another multi-kill. Feels like when they come through, all is fine and dandy.
I got a little bit nervous.
Did that second volley not
The second
go out?
volley didn't get extinguished in the smoke.
Just hide in the smoke.
And so Grim, obviously expecting it to be put out, keeps running into this Molotov. He can't go anywhere. He's taking damage even when he's in the smoke. That was very, very weird.
Oh yeah, I see that as well. You know, you just hide out in the smoke. He realized very quickly, wait, I'm still getting tickled here. Better just let Elege do the rest.
Yeah, I'm glad that Elege steps up there because he needed to. Like that volley in the pit does actually make Grim's life very uncomfortable. He can't peek anything all of a sudden, and so he's just trapped in this tiny little cage. But that's where you have Elege to go big mode and just shut everyone down.
Yeah, and that's nice. You know, for Elege, if this is someone else, you know, we'd be saying game of life, Harry. But for Elege, this is just another Wednesday, my dudes. This ain't special. But doing it against NIP in your inaugural Group D Pro League game, that's got to feel pretty spicy as well. For, you know, I think on the outside, a lot of people look at this group and they go, yeah, Gambit, Liquid, Nip, right? Like, that's the expectation. Those are the 3 big names. Those are the teams that should be making it through. Well, Liquid, they want to rise through the ranks. They want to be at the top of that list. Ooh, close shot for Fallen. Elege tries to get involved. Pushing himself right down middle. Hampus' P250 domes him, and Fallen, they're getting closer. Molly smoke to let him peek deep because he knows the pistols are not going to hold him back. Fallen takes the advantage because he knows also there's a gun down.
Yeah, he's trying to protect it.
Oh.
That just blew the gun further away.
Not what you want. Really not what you want. Oh, there's still one there.
It's still good. It's still fine.
Yeah.
Device gets his hands on an M4.
Scary.
Oh, but the M4, of course, bested by the AK. They both dink each other, but Naf comes out ahead. Meanwhile, Device loses his. Hampus and Linus, now they're walking over towards this double long setup, and Fallen's very keen to fight you. He's on to another triple. Linus is just left waiting. Oh, yeah, Fallen nails it. Great round out of the guy. A lot of re-peeking from Fallen, but he knows when to pull the plug, right? He knows that 2 is good enough. Then he reroutes, repositions, keeps NIP guessing as to where that AWP can find itself.
Fallen's taking so many crazy fights in this map. Oh, dude, it makes me feel like I'm in another year entirely. Like, he has no fear. He's yet to, like, give up a kill as well, like an opener or you know, make a silly play.
And in head-to-head to be Device, mate. Think about how good he's looked on those banana fights.
Down banana on top of logs. Like, Fallen's had everything. And now the blood's flowing. He tries what Elege couldn't get away with. And Hampus down low runs through the Molotov. Now, the AWP shot didn't connect, but it's better than going down 4v5. It's showing the mental state of Liquid. It's flowing right now, Harry. They're feeling it. When you start going for those plays in back-to-back rounds, and now, side by side with Grim tucked in the cubby, or Elege rather.
This is all in for NIP as well. Like, this full investment is everything up against 14, right? They haven't saved you know, something in the tank to keep the investments looming. Like, no, their hearts, their minds are all in this round. Their pockets, their wallets are there as well. So what can they manage to remove one of these long players now? Short, Grim might be the time of day. Board for Liquid, starting to feel everything going in.
Mate, Grim must be wearing a burgundy t-shirt like he's the anchor man right now. And Elege always there to swing. 9. Not going to get any easier for Nip, who just... Not another mid play, surely. Instead it's Fallen fighting deep down. Won't go to Pound Town though, holds off. Doesn't want to get deked. Who does? Lots of nades for Nip. They can, throw some fakey-wakies in here. They can double back to B late. They've got to retake Banana before they execute if they don't want to get hard flanked. They know Liquid have full control right now, so a couple of shots through the smoke will keep them there with a bit of respect. With the second Nip commit, so will Stewie.
Yeah, Fallen just started to rotate like he was going to be, and I don't know why, because now he's a little out of position. It's fine. They've given him respect at long, and he's come through the smoke. So now we've got these flanks coming in, but it might never be needed. Grim putting on a show, Fallen helping out, and Team Liquid, they lock in. NIP Inferno go in the way of Liquid. They won their map pick, guys. Does that mean we're in for a good time or a long time? Let's find out. Not really a B spawn here for the Nip squad, so they're going to look for other avenues to open up in this pistol. Fast Xbox smoke getting thrown in, and so maybe looking like one of these cat splits out of the gate. Team Liquid think the same thing. They've gone heavy on the cat stonks, and Elige makes first contact. Now there's a lot more around that corner. The flash is good to set up Elige, but he'll make out like a bandit after one.
Yeah, and that's really put things to a slow pace now. You may have Hampus out long, but there's not much he can do with a Glock here on his own. He would even prefer a PT-50 just to take those range fights. Nip trying to send it right down middle. Stewie meets them there. Wow, 3 kills, 3 headshots in a second from Team Liquid, and it's all down to the lone long man, Hampus. What can he do? Nothing. Deleted by Grim, and that's a pistol round, all right? That's Amore. Pistol on the board, and Liquid laughing.
Yeah, they are looking really, really good, man. I love how... I just can't get over the confidence that they're showing, mate. The sheer amount that they throw themselves into fights, even opening the pistol, flashing Elige down the catwalk, it all just exudes a team that's here to win, right? Not doubting themselves anymore. Hopefully not burdened with chokes gone by. And, well, here's Fallen continuing his dominance, this time with the scout. The baby AWP popping off to open up against the pistols. It is just a little Glock round, so it was never going to be too special. And it's quickly laid to rest by Team Liquid. Now the guns come through for NIP. Nice and early on. Bonus round on the horizon for the Liquid side. And so let's see what Hampus has been cooking up for this first rifle round.
God, those are some naughty scout shots. Fallen's AWPing was excellent in that first map as well, just decking Device. So, gotta hope Device can recover once the AWP does come out. I say recover, Device played well, just in a matter of head-to-head AWP.
Oh, Stewie got spotted.
Okay.
Now he should be dead. Or at the very, very least, Hampus can get weird with the timings. Stewie and Hampus, they've lost each other. And finally, Hampus is able to find his mid-man. Now Fallen dies over on A, and the rest of Liquid push through the tunnels. You know it's not B, but that's only half the battle here. That spray does so much damage out of Elige. The nades going in, hoping to find a kill. The molly at least denies a bomb plant for the time being. I'm looking at Naf, I'm looking at his nade, and with the damage done by Elige on these crossing players, that nade could be brutal. If you just wait for the plant sound and he lobs that in, you could find something here. They do exactly that. Nade onto Linus, and he's knocked out of the round. Still not easy. And with Grim dead, it's all onto Nafly. There's the first. Flash is good, and there's the peek on the back of it, but he wrestles with the FAMAS and he regains control. Naf, now just Device left to beat. There's kits in CT. Device is playing a very long angle. Naf needs to bait this peek out of him somehow, some way. Tap on the bomb, hoping that that will draw Device into his crosshair, but now he's given up the aim of the game, and there's Device to nail the closer. He gets it over the line, but it ends up being a very, very close round. NIP having to reinvest on 4, and with that being a bonus for Team Liquid, they could look to buy here. It's going to have its fair share of limitations, but they're able to keep that pressure on.
Oh, good to see Device holding on their scary situation. You know, Snaf gets this, both players are 20 and 10 health, right? A shot will do it. Device goes wide to win the round. Fallen's got his AWP out as well, no armor, just trying to take names in middle. Oh my goodness, he's looking for that cross, he can't see it. Instead sets up for lower. He's still very open to T-spawn. Thank goodness no one's peeking it. Back to B he goes with a bit of a read, I suppose. Hampus is lurking long. With no cat take yet, that only leaves B. So Liquid are all set up in the right place given the info they have. Nip, though, now throw a spanner in the works. That hinge smoke coming down makes you wonder if Nip have more control than they do. Hampus is trying to sell that fact as his team set up outside B. Bomb even dropped back passive to make sure Liquid don't figure that out on an aggressive play. But they're about to find out the hard way.
Liquid is still really suspicious, though, about this tunnels push. They're starting to aggro in, and there's Stewie and Fallen lining up the B play.
Shot through Stewie's legs.
I have no idea. Fallen nutmegging Stewie. And that is just pulled the round away from you if you're Nip. You don't even know about this third man still in the site in NAF, and so you're going to have to come up with an entirely new game plan here. 30 seconds left, and if this is all meant to come in at the A-bomb site, it's going to be down to the wire. Is this just a save with 3 players still alive? It looks like it. Device isn't going anywhere fast.
Mean, what else can you do, right? You know you haven't done anything to draw a rotate, so there's still loads of A control for Liquid. You've seen a triple B, and so you go, no, actually, I want nothing. I don't have the util to make any kind of play happen. We could flash long, we could do one smoke on the cross. It won't change anything. It's sadly the right call.
In a lot of these rounds now, in the mid-round, Team Liquid have grouped up with 3 towards that B site and tried to push the tunnels with, like, 2 guys going in and 1 player hanging back in the site itself. I wonder if that's something that's going to keep up. As I say, they've attempted it twice, and we're only 4 rounds in. But both times they've gotten results from it. At the very, very least, you get the info. Best case scenario, you get what happens there, which is this crazy lineup.
Yeah.
I still cannot figure out how Fallen got the second guy.
Yeah, crazy, right? It looked like Stewie was just in his crosshair there, so completely denied. So is Hampus. Peeked down through T-spawn. Fallen takes the kill. Don't know how that happened with Device not finding him. Maybe he fired onto Naf instead, as he's already tagged on the cross. So good timing for Fallen there. And I mentioned this head-to-head. I know Device doesn't have the AWP yet, but the numbers are in. And Fallen was 4-on-1 against Device to his favor. Device went positive against everyone except Fallen and Elige. No one went positive against Elige, unsurprisingly, with the game we just got out of him. So, Device given a pistol, got a backup weapon. And they'll be backing it up right into B, through middle first. Liquid leading 3A. Don't have a CT player in position yet. They're double cat to aggress. That lets them flank, but they might not need to. Liquid are coming to them yet again.
Oh, now they hear the utility, and Stewie's like, actually, no, I don't want to peek this. He knows he's in for the long haul. He's just got to fight till his last breath over in middle, and it comes quickly. There's Naf dead, but Elige pushing smokes, mows him down. And Team Liquid are off to the races onto Fort. Breaking apart that 4 spy with the saved guns still in place. And now the money is gone again for NIP. This scoreline's going to get even sweeter for Team Liquid.
Yeah, right, it's got hurt from Nip. It feels like you're just being read at every corner, right? The aggressive B tunnels play. Now that mid setup comes just at the right time. They were double cat. They were pushing up. Elige dropped off right at the perfect second to trade out Stewie and Naf in middle there. And Liquid 4-1. Fallen keeps going for this audacious mid-fight. He might get something out of it as well. They're boosting up for Cat, and he hits a leg through the box as well. Rather not a leg, but a tag. It's 8 health for Hampus, barely standing tall. I was going to say still, but he's not
strong.
Still.
Maybe.
Strong, yeah.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, maybe that was the word. Who knows what's going on in my head? Certainly not me. Oh, dude, Fallen just doesn't feel any fear in this game.
Oh,
Oh
my God, he tagged him and then the molly finished.
He's just laying them up.
Fallen is looking so crisp right now. Ooh. Maybe we stop peeking. Maybe we stop giving Fallen all these chances. Or maybe we give him more chances, question mark?
Yeah.
Oh, Hampus gonna get that sweet old revenge. Fallen on the receiving end of the Deeg, and that's him knocked out of the round. But as is often the case with this Liquid squad, where you deal with one, there's more waiting in the wings. Stuart 2K over here in the mid doors. There's the first two device. They know about him now, but he's got support. And even though Hampus's Deagle is delivering, how realistic is this round? 3 for him. Smoke for the cross, but he's going back, trying to get tricky with it. These have been some really nice Deegs, but it's going to take 2 more on top of the 3 you've already nailed. Grim still waiting. Flash goes over, and he will finally deal with the problem that was Hampus's Deeg. 5 on the board for Team Liquid, but Hampus at least makes that a very expensive round. It goes from looking like it was going to be squeaky clean to squeaky bum time.
Oh my goodness, Harry. Hampus, these are impeccable shots. My God. Don't nerf that. Just nerf the body shots, not the head shots. Don't nerf Hampus, not with rounds like that coming through. That's pure, unadulterated skill. AWP output device, we've been waiting for it, and it's met with 2 from Team Liquid. Stewie and Fallen both wielding these weapons. Fallen's in the right place, and Stewie's here at the right time. This could be the AWP crossfire. They smoke Hinge, though. Stewie can only see legs, and they won't give him that. Jumping up the safe side. Oh, he goes for a timing shot based off nothing but feeling, and it won't connect. Fallen's will have to.
Yeah, it's a very deep angle for Fallen.
I like that. Trading mollies enables him to stay in this position. He doesn't need to go through the motions. He doesn't need to fall back, get to car, get to corner, get to goose. No, he can just stay in the same spot. Their molly is now ended.
Oh my God, he's swinging now after the flash. Oh my God, I didn't see anyone. I didn't see Hampus who tagged Fallen. I didn't. How is he doing it to him?
It didn't even look like he hit. Like that was a headshot. It didn't even look like he moved his mouse off that pixel.
Fallen is just on one right now. This is prime Fallen Counter-Strike. Yep. And now as he waits over here at the crossroads, he's got a Liege tucked in at the site. Grim is still covering his long. So this double hold of a Liege and Fallen, it's a scary twosome to run into. Flash is going over, and Nip might just leave. They might decide, actually, boys, you know what? I do not want to be on the receiving end of that AWP, but guess what? There's 2 of them, baby. Stuart over here in middle sends them packing, and with 10 seconds, Nip are left to save again.
How often do you see this? This is like 2 full gun rounds for Nip where it's just been out of the question, like out of the options here on this T side. You know, if anything, you wonder if Stewie firing that first shot through the mid smoke baits him into the A play, because they go, oh, the AWP is leaning B. Fallen's been playing this same angle every round. He's been fighting from mid, B side, and so Fallen's there. They go up cat, and look what they run into. I don't even know. I have no answer. It's just a feeling. It's deep down inside of you. It's cerebral. And Fallen hits those, baby. 6-1. And you got to wonder where Nip's head is at. They may have pulled a bit of a comeback on the T side of Inferno, but this T side is nothing of the sorts. Not yet, at least. There's still time. There's always time. Until there's not, Harry. And at what point do we pull that plug?
You'd be surprised how quick it sneaks up on you, right? Yeah. Like, you're looking at it right now, and then people are going, well, there's still rounds to be played. Like, we can still turn this around. But, if things don't change soon, then they might not ever change at all.
Yeah, I'd like to see some faster plays out of Nip, right? They've done a lot of this early defaulting, so letting the AWP work. Maybe get long, right? Take a spawn if you have one. Try and put the AWP there. Just anything away from these slow B crawls, taking cat, walking into dry AWPs. Unfortunately, dry is how it'll have to be for now. They just don't have the util. 4 flashes, 1 smoke is all they bring to the table. It's a shooting gallery for this double AWP right now. But first, Grim with the weather.
Oh, Flash is throwing from middle, but they're not going to blind Grim here. So he's given a free chance at that fight. Now, Alicia has got to get out of danger because they've lost this long control. This might leave you in a spot where you're feeling pressured to try and take catwalk. And I wonder if these 3 players grouping in middle are going to attempt that. Oh, Rez with the taps. He's at it again, but Fallen and Elige are quick with the left and right hook, the response. And even though Nip had all this long control, they were still obsessed with trying to fight for middle. This has given time for Team Liquid to push and clear the catwalk. As I was saying right now, you don't care that they've got long, because guess what? You've got Cat, you've traded places. And Elige doesn't even have to fight this. This is just confidence on the guy, looking for these engagements. There's no smokes to get across, but the Orbs aren't watching it yet. Elige dead to res. It's a little bit ugly. He's going to get thrown over, but it's a weak throw on res. It's a very weak throw. And there's the re-peek from Fallen on the short side. Rez needs to hit the gym, man. That is the bomb normally can like topple over to the other side.
And this man said the Orbs don't have the cross. Yeah, you wonder there, right? When they get that kill on Grim, you wonder the reason that Nip back up is because they're expecting to see the Orb on A, right? Because the Orb has been wherever they go. And funnily enough, they rotate back into mid. Elige does a double molly combo to get catwalk. And both the Orbs are sitting in middle off of a B rotate. Both the Orbs are fighting Nip as they leave long. So they find that out the hard way. It feels like Nip are getting very unlucky with some of these reads.
So a fast B play looking to be in order. And finally you've got a chance, because it's only Nafly here. Stewie is actually crossing. He's often been that second player in B. He's crossed the CT side of spawn. So Naf has got to get a couple here, and it's only one from him. Stewie now up in the window waiting for a flash. Peeks on the back of it. It's a tag to res. While this is happening, Elige takes the tunnel and now takes heads off. The B play's been shut down, and Nate should do it. Whoop! And there it is. 3 in the round for Elige. They put a stop to the B rush. Liquid, this is the Liquid we've always wanted to see, it feels like. 8-1, and Nip feel like they can't catch a break.
Yeah, that's probably the mindset right now. We've got another full buy. Nip, they make a close eco happen, but at this point you're not worrying. You're not talking about close rounds. You just need wins, man. That was the same case to start Inferno, that city side. And Elige, what a fast flank, not even being considered. Nades to close, Orb tags, and even with a solo B effort and only 1 kill out of Naf, you feel like that's maybe the way in for Nip. It's not. Orb down middle, Fallen up on catwalk with the boost as well. Very quick in position, but he couldn't pick a side, pick an angle to hold, and so he'll have to give it up. Tag down low. Finally, Nip, they push back the Orb with success. Grim gets spotted, and he gets out along alive. Feels like Liquid. Cats right now. More lives than we can count. More nades up Cat as well.
Plus, like, Fallen knows he's getting given a lot of respect. Like, even at the start of this round, he takes that shot, misses, doesn't drop off, though. He hangs around on the catwalk because he just doesn't think they're going to re-peek him. And so now Liquid is set up with 3 over here in A. Fallen is quick repositioned with the AWP to hold these mid doors. Nip throwing in a full cat exec. They're gonna have to get past Elige and Naf. Terrible twosome, and there's Nafly with the opener. Out through middle, crawl the remainder of Nip, and Fallen. Don't let your attention get drawn away at the wrong time. Stewie and Fallen need to hold mid with the AWP, so Fallen goes running through. Now he is dead after 1, but it's a collateral, and Stewie now having to hold off at the B site. They're coming from everywhere. This shot, and there's the door wrap. Stewie removed from the round. Grim's trying to come in with a big flank through the tunnels, but if you give a kill to this device AWP, that might force a save. That kill's going to entice you back in all of a sudden. Device was not ready for an AWP to be on that angle. He was not thinking about that. And now this tunnels wrap has flushed out another. Plopsky all alone, and Elige is going to find him. It's a 2-on-3 retake at the B-bomb site. You normally don't even see those attempted, let alone one out.
Devices feels like he needs to get involved, right? He needs to cut them down. He takes a re-peek, he takes the advantage, and Elige swaps it right back. Fallen's damaged as well, right? He gets a collat on his shot as he runs through the mid-smoke and tags Plopsky, who's finished off by Elige. It does come into play. Another tunnels flank, Harry, that is not even considered. This one comes from long to T-spawn. Last time it was Elige dropping cat to lower. Grim is so quick in the behind. Linus is not ready, not watching it, and that's twice now on B plays out of the 2 times you've got the bomb plant that you have been backstabbed. These can't afford to keep happening for Nip. falling apart at the seams, and Liquid, absolute scenes. Elige is also keeping it up, Harry, 13-2, as if the first map wasn't enough. He wanted to step up even more. Plus the AWP is like, okay, yeah, Stewie misses both shots there. I don't know how the first one's not a hit. And you know, no scope, that's just rolling the dice at that point. But even with those 2 missed shots, everyone else is there to provide. Fallen's 11-3. Device trying to get this cross shot, and he won't hit it today. Oh, that's one way to do it. Stewie gets tagged. Hampers, same story.
Yeah, like Stewie even trades a tag through the wall. I mean,
sure, take it. And onto a rifler as well is even better, arguably, right? It's not like Hampers is going to take the AWP now.
Oh, my. Fallen always keeping it fresh. We haven't really seen him contend with these long doors yet. Plopsky's out of there. And Fallen, hearing that flash with no peek coming off the back of it, he might start to get suspicious soon. He might start to give this a look in. Now, it does make me somewhat nervous. Having Fallen to anchor long could cause problems if they cat take, right? You've only got Grim in the site. Fallen doesn't have flashes for Grim either. And he won't be able to just up and leave long to come back and help. You've always got to keep holding this, especially with a cat exec, when you don't know the numbers. So Grim is very much alone in this site hold. But Nip aren't going through cat. They're coming out middle. And there's Elige with an opener. Grim will remove one of these A players, and Elige is popping. Device with a double. There's Stewie to trade it out. And it's all left onto Linus, who's barreling towards B as we speak. Stewie will get dropped, and Linus is given a chance at the 1v3 clutch.
He's got full nades. He can smoke off door. He just needs to get tunnels, right? The flank is coming in yet again. In fact, it's a double trouble for Liquid. Linus, will he realize in time? Trying to smoke off the tunnel. Liquid will have to go through. They can throw nades if they'd like. Or just jump together. Oh, Linus! Lines him up, knocks him down, and finds Nip a second round.
It's about damn time as well. I've kind of had enough of them getting shot in the side from these tunnels flanks, right? So Linus hears the footsteps before they've even hit the ground from jumping through that smoke. He puts them in the dirt.
That's more like it. This guy's been very quiet in this game, right? Very, very quiet. 1-8 before this round. What a transfer. They both jumped through. That's going to hurt for Liquid. But it shows, like, you know, the fact that you go for that play and you don't use any util. Obviously, your element of surprise is part of it. But, man, you're feeling, aren't you? Grim, he's going to be feeling something in a second. They're coming his way. A lot of teams chasing. They got past. Right past. There's 2 guys at long we've got to worry about. There they are. Showing their hand. Grim, the man. And it's only Device a long way from home.
Grim, talk about a revenge story for him there. I just, big Grimothy. Laying down the pain. Device. An impossible clutch, or so you might like to think. And there's Stewie set up by Naf's flash to lock in at 10 on the board for Team Liquid.
This is one hell of a game. How does he hit all 3 of these? They never even had to worry about the other player. I don't even know who it was, Harry.
Rez.
No. The other player at long.
Oh, the other guy at long.
Who knows?
Sorry, I thought you meant Rez who pushed through the long smoke.
No, Rez got through, Fallen kills him. There's another long player for Liquid behind the smoke that also never needed to do anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Nafly over
Makes
at long.
sense. Doesn't matter though, does it? Grim needs no help, needs no assistance. And it's a good day for NA. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hell, maybe it will last the entire group. And I would not be against this Liquid in this form for every match. Let's see if they can close out the first. Still looking for a 2-0. Full on with the flick. What do you think?
Yeah. Ooh, Rez on the receiving end of it. The Professor is in. And they did not like him, for he told the truth. He laid down the pain. Grim, they're going to have to do more than that to get him out of the pit. And the flashes, the flashes. You are dead, Device. Elige with a transfer of his own. And now, more prescriptions getting written. They're handing out medicine that Nip were trying to deal to them. That little Linus transfer looks like nothing now with some of these rifle rounds we've had out of Grim and Elige.
Yeah, I just don't know what to say anymore. This is every single round for Liquid. As soon as Nip get one, Liquid coming with a flawless follow-up. Great synergy, great cohesion. Flashing was falling there for Grim. And right out long now, Nip want to try and up the ante, up the pace. This has not gone well for them in the past. The Liege going through the smoke. Everyone's blind, including him. And Grim will die after only one. Now it's gone well. Even a top mid push for Stewie. We're starting to get a bit feisty, are we, Liquid? 4 on 2, though, against them. I'm not counting anything out. Not in this game. But Nip, they're in the best position they've had in rounds.
Yeah, if Hampus probes the B site, and they rotate back, then Nip have got this in the bag, right? You're just left saving on the side of Team Liquid. But they've taken the bomb to long. Hampus is going to get this info ahead of time. And that's big, right? Just don't commit to these long fights. Just stand your ground. Hampus is getting you the info. And now you learn that, yeah, it's probably a double setup over here on A. So you get out of there, you go rejoin Hampus, Nip. Yeah, they've got this one, right? Pretty much all danger's been avoided now. And Team Liquid, on the back of really the money alone, should just be saving here.
I mean, you could argue it, yeah, but at the same time, they can kind of buy next, right? They'll have 4 out of 5. Depends on the AWPs. I wouldn't be surprised if Liquid poked their head in, you know? But from position alone, yeah, you're probably right, Harry. Does seem like a lock-in. Got no loss bonus. You do have a bit of bank, so yeah, just hold on, just get out of there, give Nip the respect that they definitely deserve in this round. 4 on 2, and the B side locked in. Liquid hold off for now. But man, they had 11-4 in the first half of Inferno. That went fine.
Do you know why they don't have any loss bonus as well? Because Team Liquid stay winning, right?
Every day.
Yeah, this is it, man. This is a very, very good look. Now for Nip, they're trying once again to salvage a 4-round half.
It's a hard sentence to choke down for a Nip fan. But there's always still hope, Harry. There's always hope. And hell, Nip made that last game, you know, a little concerning. Like they got 5 rounds on the CT side. They started really strong. I think they went like 4-0 up, 5-0 up, and then it started to fall apart. But yeah, oh sorry, on T side, I mean, second half. So they did manage to make that game interesting, even if it was only for a moment. That being said, this 4th, it means everything to Nip.
Oh, okay, Device.
Now he's starting to feel it.
Starting to tag folks crossing. Sadly, it comes in round 15 that finally is able to get some damage off from that. And Fallen still with this AWP. Oh, that's nice to Hampus. Never even knew what hit him till it was too late. They get out through long, but once again, Grim is over here in the pit, and this guy never wants to give you an inch of ground. Here are those flashes again. This time he's a little overzealous, peeking ahead of it, but the second flash fixes that. And it's all on to Rez. 1v4, he's trapped in a corner, he's a dead man. He's not just winning them out, he's dominating. Interesting to note, early tag from Rez onto Fallen all the way back in T-spawn. So that's him down low. You want to try and get that utility happen while you still can.
I mean, nothing's going right for Nip. Had he 90 damage, a USP headshot. Oh, ooh, that's more like it. That's more like it.
Bit of style from Device.
That's what they need. And now you just give it up, right? You fall back, you play safe, lean into your bomb sites, wait for Liquid to commit. Wherever they go, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. As long as you don't give them a way back in. Plomsky's tempting fate. A couple of pot shots off up against the PT-50. Does Fallen want to molly him? Can he get it down? Smoke will give him a bit of cover. No need for a Molotov. It's going anyway. Here they come out the tunnels. Still 2 more to clear. Stewie falling into Linus, and he's still going to hit the shot with the USP. It's just Naf. And I say just.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Naf's making a mad dash across. Oh, he's gonna repeat the Stewie technique, and he does! Tuck himself in, still alive. Naf at 14 HP. He sees in slow motion, and he moves at double time, but it's Device to triple up in that pistol to find a round for NIP.
Yeah, the openers and the closers, that's more like Device, but you know, the same thing happened back on Inferno with a you know, even more favorable scoreline. Nip, they gave us a bit of faith, they gave us a bit to believe in, but Liquid eventually snatched it away, and I have expectation they're looking to do the same here. Glocks, Liquid just want those guns as soon as they can get them. Device, he'll go for the USP. Wants his AWP out ASAP just as much. Rez has made it into lower now. I think that may have been spotted from Stewie back in spawn. No, it hasn't. Grim is not considering. So freebie for Rez, but it was always going to be a bit of a mop-up, a mow down, whatever you want to call it. Oh my God, Device almost dead to the Glock. Stink to 30. Will win his fight thanks to Hampus. And it's basically done.
Yeah, but that was the easy round, right? That was the freebie round. We're going to get to have that Device AWP right away. You highlighted it already, played USP. That was a flusher round, right? USP armor, fighting them in middle. Almost dying to Glocks. Now, we get that big green gun out right away. Fallen, donning a scout to try and go up against Device. It's ballsy.
I think when you see the USP, you know what to expect here. Maybe you would have gone with a rifle. Like we've seen some AK usage earlier from Fallen was looking crisp, but when you know the AWP's in play, you want to be able to fight down mid, especially when you're feeling confident. Who's going to win this? Surely the AWP, right? Surely. Or maybe Device just gives it up. Wise mind. Not wanting to go down a man in such an important rifle round.
Yeah, especially not with the big investment, right? Like the almost $5,000 gun versus the little $1,700 one shooting at you from T-spawn. It's just not a risk that you want to take on.
Oh my God.
Jeez Louise, leave Rez alone, mate. He's turned on him through the smoke and opens the round up for Team Liquid. This might force Nip to really have to turtle up in these bomb sites, right? Split 2-2, concede a lot of this mid control and a lot of the information that comes with it. Team Liquid, wherever they go, they're going to find themselves in, you know, a 5-on-2. And if they get those kills and they're able to trade it favorably, then that's the round.
Yeah, really, there's no one even fighting right now. Are you going to play a retake setup, or can Hampus get back to drop util in time? Like, he's right below. He's hoping they drop into spawn. It's a common play, but if he's not set up and ramped in time, this might just be a round decided by the util. Here come Liquid. Quick up. Hampus gets back just about. Dropping a smoke is going to buy a few more seconds. Popsky flashing behind him. Hampus can't really do anything with it, though. The smokes are down. There's so much cover. Is that good or a bad thing? Hampus about to find out. 2 kills. He's still tucked in close. Make that 3. Hampus climbs over, and he dishes death into the A site. 4 frags for Hampus. And that's one way to get a bit of a hold. 4-on-5 for Nip, and they make it work.
That's unreal.
I don't know how he did that.
You can't count on that every day, right?
No.
But, you know, and the flashes definitely helped in that. I think, you know, they were so fixated on the Liquid side of just getting in. No one's playing anti-flash. No one's considering the volley of flashes that were going to come their way. And Hampus does a really nice job with this smoke down, just playing around it and using it to his advantage.
See Rez saying, Hampus! How? How's he done that? Device picks Fallen out of midair. And it's only Deegs. It was only ever going to be Deegs. Sees a Legion. Runs right back, does Hampus. Fine with a 5v4.
Yeah, you've only got flashes here, so you're just going to try and flash yourself in catwalk, see if you can get away with absolute murder. Up here on the AWP drop-down spot is Hampus, while Device is all the way back at Goose, setting him up with a flash. He takes a peek on the back of it, but it's only good for 1. You'll take those kind of numbers if you're Team Liquid. Now you're hoping you can deal with this AWP, but that's where Plopsky complicates matters, and Device knocks them out of the round. Never gets out of control, and IP look good throughout. So now up onto 7. Much like Inferno, they're starting to close this gap. We have to see if Liquid can spring back now. This is their first full buy with everything they would have possibly needed, right? The AWP on Fallen, no longer a scout, 4 AKs and full utility. Now's the time to regain control if you're Team Liquid.
Maybe maybe we have this aggro B push. Liquid did it once in the first half. Nip are doing it straight away, and it couldn't be at a better timing. Liquid just bait peeked B, and then they went lower. Nip now have all the info in the round. They know exactly where Liquid sits just by process of elimination, and that's what they're looking to do. Linus, backstab moment. How many can he get? That's the question. Would love more than one. Elige back turn right now. Stewie dead. Elige turns and Linus takes it and runs. Cut and dry. 1 for none. And now Liquid just have to go.
Yeah, it's awkward when you see that because now you know that Nip know it's not a B play. And with Plopsky holding down the long doors, this long crossfire is despicable. The short guys managed to get in.
No,
Fallen, what?
5 kills in 2 seconds.
This whole round just went by in the blink of an eye, but look at Fallen. He dropped into CT with the AWP. I thought he was dead. He dropped into CT with the AWP, and he's jumping around getting shot in the feet. And I hope we have the replay of all of these.
We're going to need more replay machines than we can afford.
He drops into CT, starts getting shot in the foot.
And then he killed the B rotate.
And then he killed the second guy coming from B.
Everyone dies.
Oh my, Team Liquid. That is a loins-warming round. Take a look at this. Fallen back on it again, baby! And it's Rez on the receiving end this time around.
That was a 3v5, just so you know. That was a 3v5 that ended in an instant. You don't see rounds like that often. Everyone wins a fight. Everyone wins 2 fights. How the hell have they done it?
It was so fast, you couldn't have even begun to capture all of those kills. Like, that is a whirlwind of a round. Device now with this second AWP in the server for Nip. Missed shot on the first man in. Hampus with a response. And with Big Fallen removed, maybe there's a chance after all.
Oh, we have some gross flashbangs for long, but they actually don't go with it. They lean back to B, running the rotate round. Maybe we're just seeing if Naf's checking out for aggro B play. That flash is so nice as well. Gets the AWP off the angle. It lets Grim cross out along. And Nip don't know what they missed. Did they miss a lower jump to Cat? Did they miss the opposite? Hampus holds on to middle. The rest of his team setting up this U-turn, but they're going to drop back. They're going to go into that B play that Naf is just taking. Shui drops spawn and Hampus holds strong. Double kill in middle with 3 in the round. Now it's to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, and towards B, they're going to try and go. Naf and Elige with the push. Linus, even 1 here would be fine. He's hoping for more than that, and Device's flashes will set him up nicely to close that round for NIP. 8 on the board. They're refusing to let go, refusing to give up. Eco round for Team Liquid.
It's confidence boosting for Linus, right? When he's been in these important key moments, you know, that 1v3, the 2K shutdown, like that round looks fine, but it only looks fine because Linus gets a double. If he dies with nothing, even if he goes 1 for 1, it opens a window for Liquid. So nice hold for Linus. A big one for Hampus as well, right? The opener with the AWP stops that quick cat fake into the spawn drop with a mid split. And now the double AWP swaps sides back to Nip. Rez donning it alongside Device. We know what Rez can do with that AWP. Man, he picked up a sick clutch back on the T side of Inferno, if you remember, at the back of B. Boy, they're going to have to be sick with Fallen on the other side. Preemptive flash to get an AWP off Cat, but Nipper only just getting here with theirs. Bringing it onto the short side. Fallen still has mid on lock. He's going to wait here a while. It's a slow round out of Liquid. They've seen aggression. They've seen some of these B pushes. They don't want to let it happen again. And so Nip will offer them nothing. Oh! Low damage stinks. Everyone's happy.
I love this from Fallen. Oh, holding this tiny pixel angle, but they will just smoke him off. Whenever you hear that AWP raining out, no one wants to face it. Now the rest of the squad get up Cat, but you've still got Grim waiting back in tunnels. You've still got Naf in top mid holding for a long push. So your options are open, but you're also spread pretty thin. It looks like Stewie might be attempting one of these CT drops again. It's the vibe I'm getting with him left on Cat all alone. And now they start to take this mid to B angle, right? They could just look to explode through the tunnels, out through middle, into the B site. That's where Rez Orps is. That's also where Linus sits. Rez gonna try and get set up in the window, and he struck the first man from the tally. Hampus going through the CT smoke, shoots them in the back, and this round is all but falling apart. Elige, last man standing, put in the ground. NIP up onto 9.
Man, we're having teams, struggling to get these T-side closers on the board. Nip pulling it back in. 9 rounds. That's as many as they managed in that first map, right? Couldn't quite get back into double digits in the second half in their T-side of Inferno. Right now they're making things interesting. Liquid, another round just swept past them. Liquid fast out long instead. Flash is going to meet them there, but no Nip players as they use that opportunity to back up, put distance between themselves and the pistols. Device on cart. And now they re-aggro. Now they realize Liquid aren't committing, so they'll meet them there. Elige dodges the flash preemptive turn, but still Popsky with a kill, and Suey needs a D shot. But this round is to be winnable. Hampus trades, though. Down a man and back to middle. There's still 2 CTs here.
Yeah, and these B plays have not been your friend. Out they go. Now getting spotted. The AWP device removes Fallen. That was the bomb as well. And the AWPs are just showing up in spades all of a sudden for NIP. It took them bringing out 2 to be able to go toe-to-toe with Fallen on the side of Liquid. But can't argue with the results here. They're coming in clutch in so many of these rounds. Wherever you go, you're running into these AWPs and they're causing you problems.
Yeah, you're suddenly forgetting this 12-3 scoreline, right? Remember that? Remember the first half? Felt like nothing could go wrong for Liquid, and, well, now everything is. Creed down middle for Nav. Does get a bit of a tag onto Linus. Scope v scope. But the AWPs are still yet to fire. So we got to watch out in middle. The flashbang does get the AWP off the angle, sending Rez back to B, leaving Device at the cross, where he's often to be expected. Liquid, they've really been focused on these mid to Bs, right? All game, they've really just been trying to hammer home the B execute. And Nip have not let them in. They've had good responses, smoke pushes, crossfires from the door window. And so is that going to be continued, this effort to B for Liquid, or will they try and go into Device knowingly?
Oh, there is this, like, tiny bit of tunnels aggression. Will Nip move all the way in? It's really not uncommon to try and take tunnels late in the round for the info, and Rez is creeping forward. Grim has waited here all damn round. They're now in. Grim, he's seen the barrel. There's the first. Oh, not quite good for the double, but that's going to throw a seed of doubt into the minds of Nip now. They're starting to get a little bit worried. 40 seconds as the cap push is looking to come in. Device is the last line of defense over at the crossroads. I've seen him do phenomenal things from this position, but he's blinded off the angle by those flashes. The bomb can go down here for Team Liquid. The nades are doing a lot of damage. Elige almost burnt out by it. Flashed off the angle, and now they're fighting for this control again. No! Elige might be hurt by the molly, but he goes on to get 2 kills that matter so much. Shutting down the option of this retake for Nip. Now both players coming in through CT. Elige is still looking for more. The accidental jump, but he's not yet punished for it. They lose now, but Elige goes on to close the round from burning in a molly to 9 HP to tripling up to find 14 for his team.
That's a hero round, man. And the bomb drop as well. He knows if he dies in the molly, or if he, he has to swing back to default. If he gets shot, the bomb can go anywhere, like off the ramp. He can lose the round, right? Instead, he throws it back to his teammates in his supposed dying breath, but he doesn't die, killing Plopsky, and Device is holding long for a late lurk. Device is sitting there fully open to the site thinking, yeah, man, Plopsky's got my back, and he does, but both kills come through so quick for Elige. The Device never has time to turn around, no time to react, and even with the scroll wheel jump, you think that's how Nip get back in? No. Stewie and Elige hold the post plant. 14 found. It's not pretty, but it's one way in. And I actually like the Liquid commit. They know they're going into the stack there after they go 1-for-1 back at B, but because they lose Grim in tunnels, Linus could be anywhere. He could be flanking. He could be going back to anchor. And Liquid would rather just commit with the bulk of their setup, going up cat into A, 2 more to find for the 2-0. Back to 1 up for Nip as well.
Yeah, back to no ops for Team Liquid. So Device has a lot more freedom. Don't have to worry about Fallen bearing down upon you. And so what's Device gonna do with this newfound freedom? Currently, very content to take mid fights. The Xbox smoke goes in as a nade in response, doing some damage onto the player that's looking to abuse that smoke. And immediately Nip a 3 strong over in A. Cat control taken again. This is the same T-side default that Liquid have ran in the majority of these rounds, right? Grim holding the tunnels. He's vacated that already, so this is looking like another catwalk commitment out of Team Liquid. Device's molly gonna make it weird. Stewie is ahead of that Molotov, and so some of his teammates come to join him, but they take a lot of damage. Fallen dead at the back. Stewie on the attack is traded after 1. They've got Popsky pincered, they've got him out on an island, and they're keen to take that fight while it's available. Everyone's rotating through CT, but because of Naf's position, you know this is the case. You know that no one's coming short. The molly really does a lot of damage, man. Liquid getting toasted again, but still living to tell the tale.
Naf needs to get into position. He has a molly for the bomb. Stuck
He's
behind the
going
smoke is
CT.
Grim. Yeah, this is going to be weird. Grim's got to get the kills. He's stalling it out as long as he can. No need to peek. Linus is expecting Cat. Why would he not? That's the expected rotation of Naf. Now he's walking up spawn to win the round. Linus, he can chase down Grim. He should still be scared of Catwalk, and he is as Naf puts the knife in the back. Liquid find 15. It looks weird, but it's the last thing that Nip expect.
Being real, like, I know Naf is the guy to go on and close the round. Grim deserves all the praise for staying alive so long, for getting it to a 1v2 in the first place. If that's a 2-on-1 and Grim dies immediately, like, he's like 4 health as well while he's fighting this, then the Naf never even gets a chance to play that. He was too far away. And so now the money is gone for NIP. This is Liquid's best chance to close it, and they might look to end it all on the back of a B play.
I thought they were going to run in, man. Maybe they would have if Fallen hit a cross shot or called a tag, anything. Would have been one way to close a map and series. Instead, Liquid hold off and lower. That's fine. They know Nip don't have a lot, even if they don't know the specifics. A couple of Deagles, a couple of scouts, and info denial smoke here on the hinge. It's still going to be a B play after all. Stewie selling it. Linus flashed out, and as long as they go soon, Linus will never realize exactly what's going on. There's the spot. Device in the right place towards B. Mollied out. Would love a double with a molly. He shields his vision, and theirs as well. They can't see him. Linus is coming in on the flank already. Liquid are barely out the tunnels. Another hit for Device. Tags a liege, but Liquid are in the bomb site and ready to close.
Linus and Plopsky, they're the two that have to do it. They're the two that have to keep the dream alive for NIP. And Liquid will not give you these fights for free. Naf, merciless in the execution of Linus. It's all onto Plopsky. He's lost in the smoke, lost in the source. And Naf, sure he's dead. Plopsky still got to go against the grain, against the odds. 1v2 and with Fallen holding the window. Victory is